Hi everybody, hope you're all doing well. It's Wednesday afternoon in the UK. If you could like and subscribe, that'd be fantastic. Today, I wanted to have a chat about what I've learned so far from filmmaking. I've written and directed 2 short horror films at present. Before that, I've been a screenwriter, actor, novelist. But the filmmaking process, I find that most satisfying. What I've learned so far, once you get a really good DOP, a sound recordist, the location sorted out, you can relax a little bit, but you know that all the other roles, I tend to have a small crew on my films. So I'll have, like I said, DOP, I'll have a sound recordist, I'll have a couple of camera assistants, so one as focus puller. We'll also have a continuity person, I can't even say that word, continuity person. We'll have makeup as well, and obviously the actors or actresses. So in terms of crew, I like to keep it, a small crew that we can all work together. There's a good chemistry between us all now, and that's really important, especially on an independent shoot. Because if for any reason one person doesn't turn up, if they're unreliable, then that throws everything out of sync. And it can also be pretty expensive because you've got to pay those guys and girls who do turn up, and if one of them doesn't show, it can really slow down the production in terms of the setups you can do each day, for example. So it's really important that you find reliable people, as in any industry. So what I found as well, in terms of the actors, there's a website that I use called mandy.com, but there's also Backstage, there's also I think there's a print version called The Stage as well. And what I found is that we tend to get around about 100 applications for either the actor or the actress role. It tends to be around that figure. And what I tend to do, I look through all those applications, I look at all the show reels, I look at the experience, and what I found is that there's so many talented people out there, but it's also those who've actually read the job description, because we get a lot of cut and paste. People who haven't really understood the character, haven't really bothered to look at the synopsis, the plot that I've written in the advert, and you just get a feeling that they're not. If someone isn't enthusiastic about 100% enthusiastic or wanting to be part of the film, then it kind of puts you off a little bit. Maybe that's wrong, but that's just my own personal view. I've had friends in the industry who've told me some horror stories where they've taken somebody, they've hired somebody, and they haven't shown up, even if they're being paid, and that can be an absolute disaster on an independent film production. So what I tend to look for is not only have a close look at the show reels and the past experience, but also the covering letter as well. Have they mentioned the character? Have they understood the plot? And that tells me that they're genuinely interested. They're taking the time to read up about the storyline, and that's a big tick in my box anyway. So going back to what I was saying, once you've got a DOP, sound recordist, location sorted out, then you can start to look at the other roles like continuity and camera assistants. You can start to relax a little bit and really study the actors, their show reels. And that's the sort of process that I've followed on the past 2 films anyway. I think it's worked out pretty well. In terms of the first actress that we had for She Summoned Him, she did a fantastic job, really enthusiastic. Travelled all the way from London to our location in the Midlands, and that's what you're looking for. Obviously we should pay a daily rate, and also we covered travel and food expenses as well, which I think is really important, because people take years to study at drama school, and these are professional people, and you've got to I always want to pay everybody on my team. I know there are independent filmmakers out there who don't do that. They'll take actors they won't pay them. I just think that's wrong. I think if someone's taken that much time and dedication to study their craft, then it's only right you have to pay these people, of course. So yeah, and the last film as well, we had Charisse. She was fantastic. We had the other actor as well, Benjamin Colburn, and the other male lead, and they were all awesome. And like I said, I went through all their show reels. We did like a Skype interview as well with everybody, and it was a really good vibe we got from those people, so we brought them on board. So I'm just going for a walk now, like I said, on Wednesday afternoon. Give you a little look around. I'm very lucky to live in the Midlands. A lot of beautiful countryside around. I used to live in, I think I mentioned yesterday, I used to live in London, and so yeah, it's good to be back in the Midlands in the UK. I'll show you around again. But looking forward already to making my first feature, which will be hopefully end of this year, beginning of next year. And I've already got most of the screenplay finished for that. I'll be using the same crew, and maybe even some of the same actors. I do like to change that around a bit, and a lot of directors prefer to work with one or two actors. But I think it's always interesting to work with new people, and I'll be following pretty much the same process as I've done with the past two short films. So yeah, that's it really. Just a quick update. Yeah, one other thing that was playing on my mind as well, there's another film coming out soon called The Curse of La Lorna, I think. And obviously my short film, it has a similar title, but they're completely different films. I mean, the La Lorna one, I think it's about a Mexican woman who kills children or something. And my film is about a Chilean noblewoman in the 17th century. And she was an historical figure, and she killed over 40 people. So completely different characters, completely different story. It's just timing that, I wrote this script a year ago before that film was even, in pre-production. So it's just one of those things. I guess in 10 years, no one's going to remember what time, both films came out. So yeah, I just wanted to mention that and clear that up as well. Yeah, so at the moment I'm looking forward to my next short film. And I'll be posting details about that on social media later on down the line. And then also looking forward to the feature, which is going to be exploring the lycanthrope mythology and also the dogman mythology as well. I want to try and combine both legends and do something a little bit different. So that's going to be great fun. So yeah, hope you're all having a great day. If you could like and subscribe, that'd be brilliant. I think going forward, what I'm going to do, I'm going to maybe talk about the great horror actors and directors of old, the Lon Chaney Juniors, the Peter Cushings, also contemporary films as well. Try and keep everybody in the loop and interested. But yeah, thank you for listening again to my ramblings, and I look forward to seeing everybody on social media a bit later. Thank you.